Hey guys, this is Bales. Welcome to Fantasy Labs, and I'm going to show you everything that we have to offer for NBA this year. I'm really excited about it. We have a bunch of new free tools and different features in our pro subscription that I think are really, really unique. And so you're looking at the Vegas page for NBA. So here, this is a free page. The first five or so tools that I show you will be completely free. So this is all of the latest Vegas data, the implied totals for a team, where they opened, where they are now, the difference, the spread, open and live, betting percentages. So how many people are betting on each team, if they're betting on the over under, line movement over time, a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. So you can look at things like blowout factor or use betting percentages to help predict ownership and a variety of other things. So Vegas page for NBA, totally free, and that is new. Next is a matchups page. So we have this for NFL. This is also completely new. So you can select the team that you'd like. You'll see them on offense versus who we think will be matched up on them the majority of the time on defense. You can see their offensive stats there, and then the corresponding defensive stat. So this is Luol Deng, his plus minus fantasy points per minute, for example, and then Parsons, the same, but how much he allows on defense. And then we also have projections at the bottom. These are for pro members only, so when you're not logged in, you won't be able to see this. This is for this particular game, our projected fantasy points, the projected plus minus, which is above or below expectation where we think he's going to be. And then new also for 2016-17 ownership projections. So really excited about this. We think that we have something really powerful built by Colin Davey, who manages our NBA product and is really good. And he modeled this, and we're going to be adjusting it as well on top of the model. And we're really excited about the ownership projections for NBA. You can also see some team level data. And then, of course, our news. Our news is completely free and the most timely in fantasy sports, or really NBA. We strive to have the best NBA news, and we have more manpower behind it this year, more so than ever, and it's incorporated into a lot of the tools. But we want you to come here, see the starting lineups. It'll be updated immediately once we know something. Immediately check their projections, see how good of a matchup it is. Look at the other team. You can swap. See the same thing, see all of the latest news that comes in here immediately once we get it onto Twitter, and just really help visualize the matchup. We also have, this is my personal favorite tool, an on-off tool. So right now, this is the default. We're looking at the Hawks in 2015 and 16. You can pick a bunch of different filters, DraftKings or FanDuel, if you want to look at advanced stats, standard, per 36, bulk stats, things like that. So these are just overall stats. If you don't set any filters, you can click on a player, see their player card. But you can also do on-off stuff. So let's say we want to look at a particular team when a player, will pick Jeff Teague, is off. So when he's not on the court, this does a search, and it'll have all of the players' stats, a whole bunch of advanced stats, effective field goal, true shooting, everything. It'll have their DraftKings results, so you can also sort by this. So actual DraftKings points, plus minus. So Paul Millsap, 7.8 points above expectation when Teague has been off the court. You can also see today's projections. This is solely, again, for pro users, so this is blurred out for free users, but you'll be able to see our projected points, the projected plus minus, and then once we have this in here, the projected ownership as well. So free or pro users will have everything there, and then the differentials below. So this is the difference between these players' stats when Teague is on and off. So we can look at plus minus and see Millsap again. His plus minus goes up 4 points more when Teague is off the court versus when he's on the court. And so you can set a bunch of parameters here. You can do other filters, use multiple players on both sides, see who benefits the most. And obviously there's a lot of late breaking news in NBA, and with this you get to just visualize who is the beneficiary and who is maybe in a worse spot when a guy is on or off the court. So I think that this is going to be maybe the coolest feature or tool in daily fantasy basketball. I love it. It does really, really quick searches, and other than the projections, it's completely free for all users. And then we have some of the same features are trends, where you can do searches. We open up our database, and you can do searches on whatever it is you want. We have a bunch of different stats in here, and you can search through those and create your own trends. We also have player ratings is free, news again, a dedicated news page, and then everything is sort of incorporated into this page, the primary page for pro users, player models, and this is completely revamped. So now we have player pools. You can unlike or like whoever you want, select the guys who you would potentially use in lineups, create a player pool. So we'll just click a bunch so you can see what happens. So say we want to use only these players in lineups, we can generate a whole bunch of lineups with only those guys. So 10 lineups, just like that. And it'll use only the players who we want. Save it. It'll go to the lineups tab, which is new. You can see all the exposures, export. You can also edit now, completely new. So if we don't like Isaiah Thomas here, we can edit. He'll be removed. It'll go back into the lineup builder, and we can plug a different player right in there, save the lineup, and you're good to go. Can really quickly edit and just get these lineups right to the daily fantasy site. So you can see the My Pool, the excluded players. You have the ability to create groups. So if we want to have a core, you can save it as a group. It'll go to My Groups. All those players are listed, has all their stats. And then when you go to generate lineups, your core will be there, and you can say what exposure you want to that core. We can say 100. We want those guys in every lineup, generate lineups, and those guys will be forced in there. We also have filtering. So if you want to view only players who are projected above X minutes, so that you're not getting really low upside guys in there, you can, or only guys who are the top X% in your model or in a certain salary range or whatever it is you want, you can filter and visualize and use only those guys. And then, of course, we have all of the advanced modeling. You can use the pro trends the pro models that we have built. You can build your own model, immediately back test it, see if it's worked, see the R squared, and just immediately know if what you're using has worked in the past. So that is what we are offering for NBA this year. Again, a lot of new stuff, the Vegas page, the matchups page, which I like, the on-off tool, which I love and think is going to be one of the coolest things in DFS, the best news, the best data, a whole bunch of new data, ownership projections, which will be incorporated into models, and of course the ability to model and backtest everything.